was in my driveway. Now I'm pulled in front of my house, and I just had the desire to want to do another video. I think this is going to work kind of like therapy for me, because it is kind of nice talking to you guys and connecting with you guys. And I hope it ends up being a two-way conversation. So, please stay around. What I wanted to talk about now, as I went into the house and I was eating my English muffins and thinking about this, is I was thinking about the crazy thing of goal setting, because it seems like everybody right now, I hope, is setting goals for 2025. Thank God we're done with 2024. It was a pretty sad year for selling pools. And so this year I'm hoping it's going to be better. So I set up my goals and I wanted to go through them with you, and I'm just going to be honest with them. So I'm not going to hold back on some of the things that I wrote down here. Goal setting to me is really important, because it's one thing to say something, but it's another thing to write it down. It's actually so important to me that I actually write it down every day. I know that's crazy. I try to hone it down. Maybe I'll stop after about a month, but I'm trying to hone down, what I'm really setting my goals for. I think in goal setting, you could say one of your goals might be, I want to make $100,000 a year. That's not really a good way to set a goal, because sometimes we can't control dollar amount. We can only control activity, All right, sorry about that. That was my wife calling me asking, where are you at? I said, I'm in my car doing a video. So she's very supportive about my YouTube aspirations. But I do have a policy, and I've had this policy for the 36 years that I've been married to my wife, is normally I will not run to get a phone call. I don't carry my phone with the alarm, with the bell on, so that I can look at my phone. I don't look at my phone during dinners. But if my wife calls, and even all my customers know this, if my wife calls, I must answer, because I think that's just being respectful to your wife. It's important to me to do that. So in setting goals, back to where we were at, the things that I did is I kind of broke my goals down into three. Get healthier, get wealthier, and get happier. So I'm always thinking health, wealth, and happiness, as being worthwhile goals. So in terms of getting healthier, I had been taking Ozempic. I actually took it and I had a really bad reaction to it, so my wife banned me from it. But the great thing about Ozempic is I immediately lost like 25 pounds. So I went from 140 to 115, and it was effortless. But there were some side effects that I had, and I had to actually stop doing it. My wife banned me, and so did my doctor. And that might be a good opportunity for a video. So I'm sure I'll be talking about that. So my goal now is to stay below 220 pounds. So I got that 215 to 220, and I had a nice dinner last night. I had Panda Express yesterday for lunch. I ate more than I normally do, so I got up to 221, and it's going to be a struggle to keep it down. So I'm going to keep it below 220 is my goal. Also, my second part of get healthier is I want to eat better. I want my glucose, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, to keep it around 100. So that's possible to do it. I use metformin in the morning, metformin at night. And a lot of it is just, your eating habits. Since I started on that journey of diabetes, from being pre-diabetic for like 5 years, and then all of a sudden you're diabetic, you need to start taking stuff. I initially cut back on certain things, or moderated it. But it's amazing how much you have to cut back. Even sometimes I think I've cut back as much as I possibly can. I'm eating cardboard and I'm drinking water only. But I don't drink sodas. I probably haven't had a soda probably in 4 years. I don't like diet soda. So mostly the best thing to drink is water. Even you have 0-calorie lemonades and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff they're putting in there, to get it down there, and it is good. And zero sugar Gatorades. Those are good, but I've actually cut all those things out too, just from a health standpoint. I've actually been one of those rare people. I've never smoked, and I don't drink. I did drink in the past, but I don't drink. So I think those are two positive things, you know. Then my last part about getting healthier is HIIT, which is high intensity intermediate training. So this is a new thing I'm doing in terms of running, walking, running, and then also weights. And I have a set of weights up in my bathroom, but I also belong to a club. I just can't give up my club membership, even though I don't go there for months at a time. It does make me feel guilty, like I need to get over there and I need to use that because, but it's not very expensive, and so I just don't, I haven't given it up yet. So my second part on getting wealthier, it's to sell 30 pools. There was a time where I sold 100 pools a year when I was younger and crazy. And that would typically mean about 300 to 400 leads to get to 100 pools. And at the time, it was probably the highest income I've ever had, selling 100 pools a year. And I can't do that anymore, nor do I want to do that anymore. So my goal is to sell 30 pools. So that would really be dependent on how many leads I get. So I'm probably looking at about 120 leads and 120 estimates that I go on to be able to net out 30 pools. My second one on Get Wealthier is the YouTube channel, and I do want to sell some products. I was thinking about selling, there's a nose shield that goes on a tumbler, a Batmobile tumbler, and it's kind of a cool part that I made for my Batmobile. And I'm thinking about, producing some of those and then maybe even having it wrapped, because I would like to have it wrapped with a drawing that I did when I was trying to build my Batmobile. It was so difficult at one point because it took me 3.5 years. It's hard to keep that intensity for 3.5 years. So I made a poster and it said, Tribute Rumbler, build it or die trying. And it had these pictures of skulls and stuff on it. So I want to print that and probably put it on the nose plate. And then I may end up selling it. And then I think the money from that would go toward a donation. I also want to declutter my house by selling some stuff on eBay. I've got a lot of stuff, my house is full of stuff. And a lot of the stuff, I don't even have a want for it anymore. Like right now, I have some rims that I had that was given to me. So I'm gonna list them on Craigslist. And then I've got some shells, that I got from a neighbor. They're probably kind of cool. And I'm gonna list that on eBay. And then when I do sell any of that stuff, I'm gonna convert the money that I made from it. I'm gonna use that to buy more silver. I'm a silver guy. I like silver. I like gold, but I can't, it's expensive. I had gold, but I sold some of it. So I'm into silver. I'm into silver round ingots. I want to talk about that on my channel too, because it's a great way to hold the value of your money, and even a good way of savings because it's not easy to transfer those out. The last thing I have is Get Happier. So my Get Happier thing, the first thing is I want to pray every day. So I pray in the morning, I pray in the evening, and just thankful for the life that I have, and to become better, at the YouTube, and to stay healthy, and thank for the blessing of my children and my wife. And so I just want to give thanks to that. So I prayed this morning in bed, and then I prayed last night before I went to sleep, mostly to be thankful. I'm gonna also do meditate. So I'm gonna start out slow. I used to do it a lot, but now I'm gonna try to get back into it 15 minutes at a time and try to declutter my brain. It did really help. Another thing about getting happier is I'm gonna learn to edit and record. And I kind of feel like that's going to be my personal therapy, just doing that. And then the other thing to make me happier, I think, is to reduce clutter in my house. So I know that's kind of like two things that was part of selling stuff, but the really active role of decluttering my workspace, and I have a place where I have my computer. My wife bought me a computer for Christmas. I have a loft, and then I also have a room where I'm going to do my drawing. But it's hard to do it when you've got so much stuff in there. I'm not a hoarder yet, but a lot of my stuff is worth a lot, you know, it's worth money. But I do really need to declutter, and it would really, my wife would really appreciate that, and that will make me happier. So those are my goals for 2025, and I keep a daily list of things that I want to get done, and I update that every day. So this will be going on as long as I can keep it going on. And I think it's important for everybody to do that. You should have a list, you know, look at the things that would make you healthy, wealthy, and happier, and then try to write that down so that you can be moving in a positive direction toward those things. So thanks again for finding me. I appreciate the time we spent together, and I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. Please subscribe so that I can stay in contact with you. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them. And this is video number 2. The first 10 are supposed to suck, so I will try to get better. Thank you much, and have a great day.